What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play 999 Blind. In the last episode, we reunited with everyone, and now we've got a few different doors to go between. I feel like this isn't where I ended up saving last time. I feel like, what's his name? Ace was on screen telling us about stuff, but he felt sorry for the North Man, but more than anything, Junpei was just so happy to be alive. Is this where he shows up? Okay, yeah, this is where I thought I had saved. It just loaded me back there. Alright, there you have it, our half of the story. His part finished, Ace fell silent. And that's where I ended the episode. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to this one. I guess as a quick little side note, I'm adjusting the audio a little bit. I noticed I was clipping quite a bit at certain parts, and I had to, my default settings were erased, so I tried to get it as close to as I could before. But, I don't know, it should be a little bit different now, and hopefully things sound a little bit cleaner. So I guess let me know if they do. If you haven't been able to notice at all, that's also fine. Any feedback is helpful. For a moment, Junpei was silent, in thought. Then he spoke. Okay, let me see if I've got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone. And you looked all over this room, but you couldn't find anything. So you figured that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors. So you went and had a look? Yeah. And while you were looking around, you heard voices? Mm-hmm. So you followed the voices and came back here. Indeed, and that was how we found you. Why don't we check those 3 Reds again, just in case? You're right. There's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot for something. It's gotta be an electronic. Well, this isn't good. If the red isn't active, we can't keep going. Well, what about that hallway over there? Isn't there anywhere else we can go? I can't help but feel like there's a reason for so many of these beds being in here, aside from just, oh, this is a hospital room. No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else. Hospital rooms? That's what's behind all those doors? Yes, there are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one. Wow, why the need for so many beds? There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked. Of course. There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however. I was able to get a good feel of it. I believe it was the symbol of Jupiter. Not again. Those things are everywhere. I wonder what they all mean. For a moment, everyone was silent, deep in thought. While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this. Yeah, no kidding. Especially given, the bunks and everything. I feel like if anything, it was more of like a cruise ship or a ship for transporting prisoners of some sort. Just given the conditions. And even then, I would definitely advocate for better conditions. Of all people, it was Seven who answered, and with calm confidence. Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship.
名前は多分ギガント。
Chances are it's the Gigantic.
ギガント
The Gigantic? Junpei looked confused. So did everyone else.
何なのよ、そのギガントって。
What is this Gigantic? Seven knit his brows for a moment, then began to
ギ
explain.
ガントっていうのはな。
The Gigantic. Oh, let's hear. We got some backstory on the
20
ship.
世紀初頭に建造されたタイタニック号の姉妹
There we
船が
go.
正
Didn't,
式名称はギガンティック号という。
that's the name of it. I knew there was some sister ship to the Titanic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th
タイタニ
century.
ック号には外観も内装もそっくりな3隻の姉妹船があった。ギガント号はその
the
うちの
music.
1隻ってわけだ。
Actually,
ギ
the
ガント
Titanic...
号はそのうちの1隻ってわけだ。
Wow, lot going on here. Actually, the Titanic had two sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them.
当初はタイタニック号と同じく客船として運用される予定だったんだが、浸水後間もなく第一次世界大戦が勃発した。
They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched.
その影響によってイギリス海軍に接収され、病院船へと改装されたそうだ。
The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship.
その後ギガント号はエーゲ海においてドイツ軍の敷設した機雷に接触。
At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea, I think is what it is. It's been a long time since I've had to pronounce that.
損傷を受けながらもどうにか付近の浅瀬に乗り上げ、沈没は免れたらしい。
She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk.
それからギガント号はどうなったのか。
What happened to her after that?
一説によるとイギリスの大富豪ゴルダイン卿なる人物がその船を買い取ったのだと言われている。
One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gordane bought her.
なんでもゴルダイン卿はタイタニック号の生存者のうちの一人で、事故のトラウマからかタイタニック号に関する
Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking.
ありとあらゆる遺品を収集していたのだとか。
Huh. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic.
その収集癖が高じて彼はいつしかタイタニック号そのものを欲するようになった。
Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself.
しかしそれは叶わぬ夢。
That's one
タ
expensive
イタニック
collection.
号は海の底だ。
Like, I'm a game collector, and I think that burns a hole in my wallet quite a bit. But collecting stuff like the Titanic, right? That's an expensive collection. Which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic
そ
Ocean.
こで彼はタイタニック号とウリ二つの姉妹船ギガント号に目をつけたってわけだ。
But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical,
そのゴルダイン卿とかいうやつが買い取ったのがこの船だっていうのか？
so you're saying this Lord Gordane bought this ship?
そうだ。少なくとも俺はそう思ってる。
Yeah, at least I think I am, right? I mean, he seems very educated on the matter. It's probably a good best guess at the moment.
そんなバカな1世紀も前に作られた船が現存してるわけがない。
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
まあまあ、
Why not?
話を聞こうじゃないの。
Pipe down, just pay attention.
それで、根拠は何なの？
Well, that's it. Well, have you got any proof?
根拠？
Proof?
この船がギガント号だと思う根拠よ。
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
これはお前、あれだ。
Well,
この船はタイタニック号と病院船2つの特徴を兼ね備えてる。だ
this
から、
ship's
だから
got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So I just figured...
それだけの理由？
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason. I mean, at this point, so long as you go in with the, working mindset that this is just an assumption, right? I don't think there's anything too problematic with that.
いや、まだある。
No, I've got more. Okay, I'm all ears. What do you got to say? Like...
それは、その、
Well, I mean, I can appreciate Lotus wanting proof, right? But I think if you're just going in with the mentality, like, this is just the best guess, right? I'm offering what information I have to maybe steer our direction in, well, some direction, right? Rather than wander, you know, lost. Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth. I don't know. Lotus sighed and shook her head.
記憶喪失。まだ治ってないのね。
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
すまんな。
Yeah, sorry about that.
ちょっと待ってくれ。記憶喪失？
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back? What are you, an anime protagonist? Junpei he felt legitimately shocked by what seemed to be new and very important information. Everyone else, however, seemed unimpressed. In fact, they all looked at Junpei as though he had said something very strange. Do they all have memory loss as well, or what? Yeah?
今さら？
Your point being? He decided to revise his attitude for the next
もし
question.
かして知らなかったのって
Wait,
俺だけ？
was I the only one that didn't know? Odd one out, Junpei. Everyone
ど
nodded.
うして？
Why?
ああ、そうか。お前にはまだ言ってなかったな。
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh?
あの大階段のところへお前がやってくる前に、他のみんなには教えたんだよ。
I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the
目
stairs.
覚める前のことを何も思い出すことができねえってな。
Told him I couldn't remember a darn thing from before I woke
そ
up.
んな
What? Then, almost as if to save Junpei from further embarrassment. Got another announcement from Zero? A bell began to ring from far away. Or has it just been another hour? Huh, a bell.
大階段にあったあの時計の音のようだな。
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway. Junpei counted each chime carefully.
10、11、12、12回か。
So it's already been 3 hours, I believe?
12時ですね。
It's midnight.
タイムリミットまであと6時間。
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
時間がもったいねえな。
We don't have any time to screw
とにか
around.
く動こう。レッドの基盤を探しに行くんだ。
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
探すって言ったってどこを探せばいいのよ。
What do you mean find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
この大病室の中はすでに調べた。
Also, wait a minute, never mind. We've looked everywhere in this room.
すると残された場所は一つしかない。
That only leaves one place to look.
一つ？
One?
いや、一つじゃねえか。
Well, I guess it's not really right. It's gonna be the other hallway, right?
ちょっと待ってよ。
Wait.
ここにある部屋を全部探せって言うの？
Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
安心しろ。すでに4部屋は俺たちが調べた。
Don't freak out. We already searched 4 of
4
them.
部屋って。
4
あ
rooms.
とは8人で手分けして当たれば、なんとかなるだろう。
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us, and you have to trust each person that they'll, effectively search
一
those
人に
rooms.
つき6部屋ずつ調べりゃ、48部屋は片付くことになる。
If each person does 6 rooms, that'll be 48 rooms, right?
残りは48部屋なの？
So there are 48 rooms left. Her early experiences had apparently not encouraged Lotus to trust Seven. Seven scratched his head awkwardly. I don't know.
おのおの担当するエリアと順序は理解したか？
Alright, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
おう
Yeah.
バッチリです。
Yes. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to aft. So I know starboard is right and port is left. From fore to aft. I would guess that's from like front to back.
時間は次の鐘の音が鳴るまでだ。
Well, I'll
集
meet
合
up.
場所は大病室でいいよな。集合場所は大病室でいいよな。
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
ああ、問題ない。
Yep, sounds straightforward enough.
基盤を見つけたらとりあえず声を上げて知らせればいいのよね。
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
時間までに見つかればいいんだけど。
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
まあ、それだけ探しても見つからないのなら、別の対策を練った方がいいってことだね。
If we can't, then we will just have to come up with another plan.
そういうこったな。
Right.
それじゃ行くぞ。
Then let's do this. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be searching 6 rooms. The details decided they left to begin searching. Out of the hallway they went, each of the rooms they'd been assigned. However, what? What went wrong? Oh, I guess it's been another hour. From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m. Wow, an entire hour went by as they searched these.
みんなのところに戻らないと。
It's 1. I better get back to the others. Did really nobody find anything in that hour of searching? All 6 rooms per person? Oh man. He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 of the others already there.
あ、
Huh? To find 6 of the others already there, so there's 1 missing, right? Ace, Santa, Clover, June, Seven, and Lotus. Where's Snake? They'd gathered in front of door number 8. Or perhaps, to be accurate, they'd gathered in front of the red next to door number 8.
あいつら、こんなとこに集まって何を。
What are they doing over there? Had one of them found the missing piece?
どうしたんだ。
What happened, guys? It was June who answered him.
淳平くん、見てください。
Junpei-kun, look! She was pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. It works. Immediately, he knew what she had meant.
ベイケント。
Vacant? Junpei sighed.
おいおい、基盤を見つけたのはどこのドイツだよ。
Come on, guys, who was
見つ
it?
けたら声を上げて知らせるって、そういう決まりだっただろ。
I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
それが。
Well, Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut.
なんだよ。
What the
なんで
heck?
黙ってるんだ。
What is up with you guys? They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
それがね、わからないのよ。
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
わからない。
You don't know?
私がここに戻ってきた時にはすでにこの状態で。
When I got back, it was already like this. Interesting. It makes it feel like there's either another person roaming around here, or one of the people of this 8 is actually working against us, or, you know, I guess it has some other ulterior motive.
その時部屋の中には誰もいなかったの。
There was no one else
つ
here.
まり私が一番乗りだったってこと。
That means I was the first one back, but...
なのに、基盤が。
Huh. The missing parts were already back in the red.
は？ちょっと見せてみろ。
What? Let me see. Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again, just to make sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal.
確かに、下に何か刺さってるな。
You're right, it's in there.
他の2台は
What about the other 2?
同じよ。
They're the same.
確かめてくる。
Let me take a look. Junpei quickly examined the other 2 boxes. Sure enough, they look like they work. It's just as you said. Interesting, and where's Snake? Who could have done this? How could this have happened, right? It was before we got there that they were removed. And it had to have been before the other group got there. The only thing I can think of is... if Lotus, while we were locked in the freezer, went and did that. That's the only way I can imagine that happening from our group. From the other group of people, I have no idea what their circumstances were like. So, I don't know. Regardless.
なあ、念のため確認させてくれ。
Alright, I just want to be sure
こ
here.
こにいるみんなは全員心当たりがないんだよな。
Nobody has any idea what the heck happened here, right? Correct.
ないですね。
None. Ace and June nodded silently. Seven raised his hands as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged. Clover is quiet. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
ちょっと待て。
Huh? Wait a minute. I mean, you're the sister of Snake, right? That was when he noticed.
ニルスは
Where's Snake? Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
ってことはニルスが基盤を
Does that mean that he found them? I don't know why that would mean he would disappear, though.
わからん。
I have no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't
直
either.
接聞いてみないことには何とも言えないわね。
I don't suppose we'll know until we ask him in person. The question is, where is he and why has he not come back yet? He's blind, but he's not deaf, right? He should have been able to hear the bell.
それにしても遅えな、あの野郎。一体どこほっつき歩いてんだ。
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty darn late. What the heck is he up to?
もしかして道に迷ってるんじゃないでしょうか。
Maybe he's lost?
ああ、その可能性は高いな。あいつは目が見えないわけで。
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place. Clover raised her head.
そんなことありえないよ。
No, that's impossible. Huh? Suddenly, she was shouting.
お兄ちゃんは確かに目が見えないけど、音を聞けば何だってわかるんだから。
Huh. Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see.
だから道に迷うなんて、そんなこと絶
So
対に。
he couldn't get lost. That's impossible. Clover had started to shake, and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
私探してくる。
I'm gonna go look for him. Ah, yes, the most stable, reliable person is gonna go search for them. Alone. Nothing could go wrong, am I right? The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run.
おい待てよ四つは待てって
Hey, hold on, Clover, wait! Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone.
行っちまった
Well, that didn't work.
参ったなどうするか
Darn it, what should we do now?
レッドは動くようになったけど。
Well, the red is working
二
now.
人を置いてはいけません。私たちも探しに行きましょう。
No, we're not leaving two people behind. We should go look for them.
たく、しょうがねえな。
It's interesting that Lotus was one of the first people who, or in, when we were entering our first room, she was like, there's no way I'm going in that thing. But now she's like, well, the room is ready. We don't have two of our people, but we can progress if we go into one of these rooms. Interesting. Oh man, this ain't good.
基盤探しの後は人探しか。やれやれだぜ。
Oh yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
とにかく行こう。ぐずぐずするな。
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no
タ
time.
イムリミットまであと5時間を切ってるんだからな。
We've only 5 hours left. Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. Yikes. This is probably not going to be a great situation. In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split up.
ここからは手分けして探そう
Let's split up.
はいよ。じゃあ俺はこっちを調べるぜ。
Alright, I'll take this direction.
では、私は向こうへ行こ
Then I shall look that way.
う。俺はあっちだな。
I'll be over
そ
here.
れじゃあまた後でね。
See you all later. Man, she had to say mata atore ne. That's just a phrase that one of my friends in Japan used in the most obnoxious manner. Oh man. Soon only 2 of them were left. Those 2 were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the others. Oh, of course it's Junpei and June together. Who else would be paired together in such a way?
俺たちも探しに行こ
Alright, we should go too.
はい、行きましょう。
Yes, let's go.
どこから探せばいいんでしょうか。
But where should we start?
うまずはそうだな
Let's see. There's a casino? What? The first class cabin, the hallway with all the rooms, back to the large hospital room. Let's go to the
いい
casino.
デッキのカジノバーの方に行ってみよ
It's been the whims of fate going. How about the casino on B deck?
了解です。
Okay, let's go, Junpei-kun. They took off up the stairs at a run. I'm excited to see what the casino's gonna look like. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. Huh? She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails. That's not a very good thing to be seen doing when we're all supposed to be searching and looking for the two of them.
おい、そんなとこで何やってんだよ。
Hey, what do you think you're doing? She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
見ればわかるでしょ。ニルスを探してるのよ。
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
たく、そんな風には見えないが。
I'm just not seeing it. He's like, doesn't really seem like it.
そう？気のせいじゃない？
Really? Maybe you need to look
い
harder.
や、気のせいだとかなんだとか。そういう問題じゃないだろ。
She was kind of like, really? Maybe it's your imagination then. So he goes, I don't think that's the
と
problem.
ころで、淳平くん、紫さん、
Oh, by the way,
一つ提案があるんだけど、聞いてもらえる？
I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it? We can actually refuse and leave? What? Well,
なん
listen.
だ
What is it?
遠回しな話は嫌いだから、端的に言うわね。
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it.
あなたたち、私と組む気ない？
Why don't we team up? Are we not already a
組
team?
むって。
Team up?
組むは組むよ。
Yeah, what, you need me to explain it to you?
私と一緒にナンバリングドアに入らないって言ってるの。
I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door? In secrecy, while other people potentially wonder where we are? I don't know. Why would we ditch everyone else, right? I guess, what's June's number again? 6? And Junpei's 5? So, if we were to go through a door anyways, we would need to get another team member because 11 plus 8 would be 19, and the digital root of 19 is 0, and I don't remember that being a door anywhere we've seen.
そんなこと言ったって無理ですよ。
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible. Why?
淳平くんのバングルナンバーは5、私は6、ヤシロさんは8だから。
Junpei-kun's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8.
私たち3人の数字根は1になります。
Oh, really? Would 19 have a digital root of 1? Am I just doing this completely wrong then? I guess if you add them up... Oh, because it would be 10 and then 1. Wow. That was a moment. Our digital root would be 1. Yep. 10, and then 10 would be 1 plus 0.
あの大病室に1の扉はありませんでした。
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital
あったの
room.
は3、7、8の扉だけで。
The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
だったら一人加えればいいじゃない。
Then we add another person. Huh?
誰を？
Who? I mean, it would have to be 7 or Snake, right?
わからないの？
What?
Seven.
Isn't that easy? 7.
なるほど。確かにセブンを加えれば
Oh, if we add
5
7.
足す6足す8足す7イコール26。
The thing is, if we were to do that, and only we're the only ones to make it through, and the others can't make it through, we can't make it through a 9 door. So like, we need to have other members succeed as well.
26の数字根は2足す6イ
Yep.
コール
Don't worry,
8か。
we got you, Junpei. Then the 4 of them could go through the number 8 door. But
ちょっと待ってくれ。
wait a minute.
他の4人はどうするつもりだ？
What about the other
1
4?
ニルス、サンタ、四つ葉の4人は
Well, let's see. Clover is number 4, right? Ace is number 1, so that puts them at 5. And then who's the other person running around? It's not Snake. It's Santa, right? 3. So that would be the 8 door as well. So that would pin them down essentially, right? So if we had just Clover, we had just Santa, and Ace, they would be at 8, but we would have already gone through the 8 door. And without Snake, that's the only group that they could have go through a door, so they would be stuck. Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover. I mean, if they wanted to go through another door, it would only have to be 0, I guess. Or not 0, there isn't one, I keep doing that. Would have to be 1. So one of them would get left behind. Assuming they do find Snake. Why don't you add them up? That was simple enough.
1たす2たす3たす4イコール10ってことは1たす0イコール1になおいおい4人の数字根は1じゃないか
The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
そうね。
That's right.
そうねってあの大病室に1の扉はないんだぞ
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right? Wow, she's like surprisingly cold.
知ってるわよ。
Of course I know that.
もしかして置き去りにするつもりですか？
No, are you saying you'd leave them behind?
人聞きの悪いこと言わないでよ。
Of course not. What kind of a woman do you think I am? Well, please do tell what other option you have in
私
mind.
たちがこの船から脱出したら救助を連れて戻ってくればいいでしょ。
Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? I mean, I get theoretically maybe, but if all 4 of you make it past, is there even a combination of 3 of you that would have a digital root of 9 to make it through the final door? I don't think so. So even if you were to do so, you wouldn't actually get through. Actually, if you had 7 and so if you had 7 and Junpei and June, that would work. So then, ironically, Lotus would be the one that would have to instead trust the 3 of us that would make it through the 9 door at the very end to go back and rescue her, along with the other people that Lotus is advocating we ditch now.
そうすれば置き去りってことにはならないわ。
Then we wouldn't really be leaving them
嘘
behind.
つかないでください。
Don't try to
そんなつも
lie
り
to
なん
us.
てないくせに。
I don't think you do anything of the
あ
sort.
ら、どうして？
Really? Why do you think that?
分かってるんでしょ？タイムリミットまであと5時間もないんですよ。
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours
仮
left.
に今すぐ脱出できたとしても、
Even if we manage to escape.
5時間で救助を連れて戻ってくるなんて不可能ですよ。
There's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours. I appreciate this, June. Call her out on this.
そんなことやってみなければわからないじゃない。
Well, you never know until you try, but you can have a really educated guess.
あ待て待て待てというかそもそもだ
No, you're not thinking this through. Actually, I think she's thought it through really well and is just putting on a facade to try to not seem as bad as she's actually being right now.
俺たち3人にセブンを加えたところでこの船から脱出することなんてできないぞ
Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the
俺た
ship.
ちだけじゃ9の扉は開けないんだからな
The 4 of us couldn't open door 9, but a subset of you guys
脱出
could.
するための出口は船内のどこかに隠されている
It is hidden, but an exit can be found.
探したまえ9と書かれた扉がそれだ
Yeah, seek the 9 door. We know the drill.
そういえばそうですね。
Yeah, that's right.
4人の数字根は8だから一宮さんの1を加えないと。
The digital root for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make
そ
9.
ういうことだ
That's right.
4人で進んだところで一宮がいない限りは手詰まりになっちまうんだよ
Technically not true, but I appreciate the logic. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck. As in, assuming everybody that is with us will go through. Lotus scratched the back of her
あら
ear.
そう。それは困ったわね。
Oh, Well, that's unfortunate.
困ったわねってお前
Unfortunate? That's all you have to say? She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
とにかく
Huh?
別の方法を考えましょう。8
Interesting.
人全員で脱出できる方法を。
I'm super skeptical of Lotus now. It seems like she might be the person that's trying to lead them to their rune, essentially. Tempt them at every which way of this puzzle to essentially screw themselves over in some manner. I don't know. Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
そんなの無理よ。何寝ぼけたこと言ってんの？
That's impossible. Are you being serious?
ナンバリングドアの先へは多くても5人までしか進めないのよ。
You do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right?
9の扉だって同じでしょ？間違いなく3人はあぶれることになるわ。
the number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
確かに
That's true.
それもそうだな
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. The moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
ちょっと待て今の話には
No.
何か重要な事実が抜け落ちてる気がする
Huh? Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail. Yes, what she said was true, but how Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond him.
本当にそれでいいのか
Is that really okay?
少なくとも3人はあぶれるんじゃなくて確実に死ぬってことだろ
That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with
う
that?
それはそんなのは
That's just... Lotus's forehead furrowed. Yeah, I'm a lot more skeptical of Lotus now, especially given the whole freezer incident and everything.
ねえ悪いけどちょっと一人にしてもらえない
Do you think I could have a moment alone?
考えたいことがあるの
There are some things I need to think about. I don't trust her at all. Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus. We didn't even get to look in the casino.
後味の悪い話を聞いてしまいました
And that didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
あ
Yeah. Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. But he told himself pessimism would get them nowhere.
あまあなんだ
Well, regardless. So he forced himself to smile and turn to
とに
June.
かく今はニルスを探すことだけに専念しよ
Let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
そうですね
Yes, you're right.
先のことを考えるのは後にしましょう
We can think about those other things later.
う
Yeah.
そうだ
Junpei nodded.
さてとそれじゃあ次はどこに行けばいいかな
Alright, where should we go next? Let's decide. The first class cabin. Honestly, it's probably the way to go. We'll honestly just go in this order, I think. It just makes the most sense. The new areas and then the areas we've been to that I think we actually have a reasonable chance of finding Snake. And then lastly, the place we can return to after we've looked everywhere else.
すぐ近くだし一等船室の方に行ってみよ
Let's go take a look at the first class cabin. It's really close. They turned around and took off down the hallway to their left. I wonder how nice it's gonna be. Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover. Oh, luckily we found her. She was standing in front of the wall. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall. Her eyes blank. Yikes, that's not a very good job of looking for someone. What should Junpei do? Talk to her? We're definitely gonna talk to
う
her.
大丈夫か
Are you alright? He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond. Aw.
心配なのもわかるがなんというか
Look, I know you're really worried, but, he could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. I guess it's good that, you know, at least reaching out is a sign of caring, even if you don't have the words, right? Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who she seemed to have been very close to.
どいて
Alone. Her voice was thin and barely audible. Does she want to be left alone? Alone? Hmm? Alone. I think she's saying leave me alone.
ほっといてって言ってんの
I said leave me alone! Suddenly she was screaming.
うざいんだよ消えてよイライラするのあんたたちを見てるの
You're so annoying. Just go away and leave me alone. You're looking at you guys is annoying me.
私のことなんか構わないでどっか行ってよ目障りだから
Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else. Stop bothering me. Junpei was taken aback.
あ
I mean, there's no working with someone who's in that sort of a, you know, mindset, right? Such anger and hate. June's eyes had gone wide with surprise as
ポ
well.
ケット伝ってんのよ聞こえなかったの
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me?
そうだったらいいやあんたたちが行かないなら私が
Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just wait. We'll leave. We'll look somewhere else. At the very least, if you don't leave here, we'll know where to get you when we eventually find Snake.
分かったよ 行こう、紫。
Alright, let's go, June. Yeah. They turned and left Clover. Aw, poor Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over his shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. Aw, so sad. Clover had driven home the misery of their situation. But Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed.
妻のために
Fair point.
早くニルスを見つけてやらないとな。
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake. He did his best to push away the misery and depression, and forced a smile.
次はどこを調べてみるか。
So, where do you think we should go next? Wait, can we actually go back to the casino? Let's head
カ
back.
ジノバーの方は
How about the casino?
行ってみましょうか。
Let's go take a look. They turned and headed off down the hallway to their right at a jog. Can I actually go in the casino this time, or am I going to run into Lotus again?
誰もいないな。
There's no one here.
仕方ない。別の場所に行ってみよう。
Oh, I can't even go in the casino? Let's try somewhere else. Okay, so I think our next best bet is going to be the hallway with all the rooms. However, I am going to say that we're going to explore that hallway in the next episode. I know this episode isn't quite as long as how these have been, although, to be fair, all of these episodes have gone longer than I intended. I've got to be getting some sleep, so I don't really have much more time to play, unfortunately. We're in quite the sticky situation, right? I really want to know what's happened to Snake. What could have gone wrong? I can't help but think that there's somebody working against the groove of things. I wouldn't be surprised if Lotus sabotaged Snake somehow and then wanted to abandon part of the group amongst the chaos with a couple other people to try and progress. But that's just because Lotus seems really sketchy right now, and she seems relatively smart. So I am somewhat skeptical and, just wary of what she may be able to do behind everyone's back, especially when we're all, split up individually, right? So there's that to consider, and who knows, we'll have the 3, 7, and 8 doors to potentially go through, which are going to be, another set of puzzles and probably some more escape rooms. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope everything turns out. Knowing this game thus far and how the story is and everything like that, I have the strange feeling things are not going to turn out too well for at least one of our group of friends here, but who knows? I'll stay optimistic, and I hope you guys do too. But until the next episode, this is Moon Knight Zero, and this mission is complete.